Oh, oh my, the timer is gone. That means it's time for us to get going. Right, we're back with oxygen not included. Let's just unpause so I can get a grasp of what's actually going on in the game right now. Whew. What even happened last time? We dug out quite a bit, we sorted out our water situation. It's still germy, but I've come to realise that germs don't matter at all in this game. At least not the stuff in your water. And we've discovered this icy place. Doesn't look that nice. Going in makes my people cold, so they don't want to stay in there too long, but I have found that we dig out ice and snow there. Ice and snow seems to want to melt, and that polluted ice seems to cause problems, so might just consider building a little lip here, just so we don't have water come out and flow. Although if it did flow down here, it wouldn't be a big problem, it just flows into our polluted water. But then there's probably some clean water in there as well when the clean snow melts, if it does, so don't want those to... I don't think I've had to deal with mixed water at all in this game so far. There's also these critters, which I have been making an effort to tame, or rather Bunny has. She can go and rub them down with a toothbrush over at the grooming station, which may make them tame. None of them are tamed so far. Are you wrangled here or not? I don't know. I don't actually know how this works, right? They're here, they're in my barn, but none of them are tame, according to this. They're all still wild. Yeah, wild, wild, wild. I guess you just drop them off here and groom them long enough so that they become tame. And then what you do with them, I don't know. What's the door in the black area just below the CO2 scrubber? The CO2 scrubber. What's the door in the black area just below the CO2 scrubber? What, you mean this? I got no idea what this is. There's some kind of brain in a jar. And if I go here, it says, nope, no information available. And there's a battery that's completely drained as well. I would assume that if I go down here and plug somebody in, I will get some big brain stuff. But I don't know, and I don't really have any pressing need or desire to go there. So I don't. Alright, what am I currently doing? I want to get this water so that it comes down and pours into my my dirty water supply. And then I think I want to punch up quite a bit. There's not enough going up in all of this. Jake, to the left of that, next to your polluted water. What, you mean this? Okay, well I have no idea what that is. But it's a locked security door, so I assume it doesn't want to be opened. Guess I could go down there, but there's all this slime in the way. I'm not a big fan of slime. What do you use the polluted water for? I skim the polluted water, or I sieve it rather, and then I gush it out of this disgusting vent into my regular water, which is horrifically germy, but still good enough for people to use in the lavatories, sinks, showers, and such. Speaking of, I've got this area here, and I'm thinking about moving my shower from here to here and multiplying it, because it's 4 high, and using the shower is a fairly huge bonus to my dupe's morale. So this is what I'm thinking of doing. I do that, I will deconstruct this wall, and frankly this wall and that ladder, and build myself over some nice tiled bits here. So I have a shower set up, just I guess I could put a break area set up here. Is there such thing as an overlay for that? Like a break room. Recreation room. Recreational building, no industrial machinery, decor. But it doesn't seem to give any morale bonus. Not inherently, I guess. But it says scheduled downtime will improve morale. So I assume if I were to pneumatically door it off, my dupes would get some morale bonus for spending their time in here. Did it say it needed a decor item? It does need a decor item. What even is a decor item? Excuse me. Is a water cooler a decor item? Is a pedestal. Displays a single object, doubling its decor item. I guess if that counts, that's good. Anyway, I will gut that out and consider using that. Oh, congrats to Aki, who's hungry for some reason. Probably got athletics, yeah, because they were just running around there. Once I drain this out, I might use this as my way up, but this is already further up. Things that's full of gas, hydrogen, chlorine, and if I dig this out, I think the chlorine's going to fall, the hydrogen will stay risen, and it'll just generally be a mess of gas, which is unpleasant to work with. Or perhaps I just don't have what it takes to work with it particularly well. The most enjoyable bit about the colony is the constant renovations gives the base a sense of history. Well, it has that, but it also kind of keeps a bit of the layout from before. What I really like in Factorio is when I go back to earlier saves of a base and see how it was. Conversely, one of the things that I'm not so fond of in Factorio is you can lose all of your history quite easily. Once you've remodeled your base, there can be no hint whatsoever of what came before. Alright, McCaig is working on the research, which is strange. I would figure Franco the genius should be working on that, but that's what I get for not sorting out my priorities. Wait, why am I going down towards environmental appreciation? I definitely never checked off fine art. What did I have before? Was it sensors? I think I was working on hazard protection. There's probably a lot of different things that I've been looking at, but it's not clear to me which of these, if any of them, are worth my time. And I've still no idea. I still would quite like an exosuit, because I imagine that's going to make it easier to go away ignoring oxygen and such for long periods of time, so that's what I want to be working on. I hope we see when the polluted water starts draining. We already drained a big chunk here and it fell down and it gushed all over somebody and they weren't happy about it. But as long as I can keep my dupes chav and awa, as we say, should all be okay. I worried about my sustainability earlier on, but it feels pretty good right now. The heat has long not been an issue. Well, then again, these plants are not happy if they're above 30 degrees, I think? Yeah, if the temperature goes above 30 degrees for these plants, they're going to be very unhappy. But that seems like an easy enough problem to solve. A very easy problem to solve, given that I can go over here and dig out these wheezy warts. In fact, I should probably schedule such a dig right now. And maybe even build a ladder up and down to go and deal with these. Ladder and more ladder, and then dig our way over to this wheezy wart. I'm sure people will get on that eventually. Sure, there's chlorine and polluted. Oh, it's a bit of a mess around here, to be honest, but that's their problem. There's plenty of other oxygen out here. The fuel request threshold should be passed for all of these. I wonder why nobody's given it any coal. Perhaps they prefer to build. I mean, sure, I have a single smart battery powering everything, but it gives me almost no buffer. It gives me maybe 20 seconds. No, not even. More like 10 seconds of buffer on the power there. And there's plenty of coal. So actually, I really wonder why nobody bothers with that. I guess it's only priority 5. Perhaps if I set priority 6 on all of these, they'd be a much more important thing to deal with. They're all pretty samey though, so it's not like it gets staggered. That's a lot of coal generators. I only have 2 and don't have enough coal for them, says Marvin. Maybe you're running too much industry. I wouldn't know, but I feel like I have plenty of coal. I got 30 tons of it. Oh, at least the critters seem to be staying here, which is rather nice. Ah, there we go. Okay, I thought you were gonna power the place up, but no. There we go, Muley's on the case. No, he's not really on the case. Duplicants will be requested to deliver coal with the total charge of the battery. Oh, the battery? I don't give a hoot about the battery. I care about the amount of coal left in here. Huh. Oh, I'm gonna need to set up a more advanced thing for this. Here I thought this wasn't the battery, I thought this was the amount of coal left in the coal generator. How are you meant to do that then? I could set up another smart battery. But yeah, that was a waste. Someone went in, dropped off the coal and went, oh, this thing's back up. We'll just leave it be then. But then I've no buffer at all. What I would like is that if there's ever less than 50% coal in one of my coal generators, then they go and get it. They go and fill it up with coal. But I'm not seeing any such setting for that. Oh boy. Okay, how about... This thing has a very high low threshold. Very, very high. And then, if the battery goes below 80, or rather, no, if it goes below 85, then these get coaled up. That way it should always stay between 90 and 100. Now we can do it even higher, 95 and 100. And then set this to 80, to 90. That way this battery should always be high, and then if we ever run out of coal here, it's going to start going down, down, down. And then the dupes are going to go and fill it up, hopefully before the battery runs out. And I can't be guaranteed that is an ugly solution, but I'll take it. It also means that they're all going to run out at the same time, so if I face a coal shortage or all my dupes are busy elsewhere, it's going to be a problem. However, that's, I suppose, exactly why I should set it to a fairly high priority, so we keep the power flowing. The downside is if this thing ever pops up to top, they're not going to want to top these things off. Not satisfied with that solution, but it'll do for now. Come on, dupes, get digging. How much slime lung are we talking about in here? Slime lung multiplies in polluted oxygen, and we have polluted oxygen here. I'm going to... You know what, let's try doing the mechanized airlock to see if it is faster than the manual airlock. If it is faster than the manual airlock when unpowered, I'm gonna be miffed. Gonna be Devon miffened. But I still want to get this polluted stuff out here. I should probably set up a couple of deodorizers to take care of this. What's the problem? Turned off by battery so dupes don't fill it up? The dupes will fill these things up if the battery goes down below a certain level, not if the coal reserves go down below a certain level, which is what I thought they were filling them up based on. So now they'll fill it up when the battery goes below 90, which it should only ever do if it's not getting powered by the generators. So we're actually about to hit that point here. This coal generator is about to run dry. So make sure this thing's running okay. There we go, I can see the coal. Oh, no, there we go. I can see the coal there. Doesn't look faster than the manual one, but maybe it is. Okay, so you're out of coal. So now the smart battery is going to drain and drain. And that's going to go below 80%. So now there'll be a call out to fill up the coal generators. Aki is on the case. Funnily enough, not filling them up. Maybe it's just because Aki doesn't have as much carrying capacity as the others. But sadly they won't fill you up now. Yeah, I still think this solution kind of blows, but that's what I got for now. Kaladin says that hurt, but I don't know. I don't know what they're getting at there. You're not getting all slimy lungy here, are you? Doesn't look like it, despite there being slime lung around here. I guess it's not too bad for you. Jings, get up there and dig it out. Or maybe you can't. If you're gonna idle somewhere, don't idle there though. Doesn't seem like a good idea for you. Right, I wanted this thing dug out. I'm sure someone will eventually deal with this, but what else do I want my people to do? Alright, well I've got this set up, so let's open these up. Fill out the rest of the floor. And then have our recreation room. And by recreation, I mean have a good few showers over here. Yeah, I think 3 is fine. Let's see. This is the input. I get these inputs and outputs so messed up, but... Output joins the polluted water pipes. Input joins the not polluted pipes. Let's see. Right, this is the water. Pumps do. Shouldn't be a big problem. If it goes... Building out of sandstone, as we often do. Right, that's one thing, but I need other stuff for an actual recreation room. Needs a recreational building and a decor item. So... A pedestal. water... Well, I don't know, game. What do you count as a decor item? Many things have an effect on decor. Okay. What specifically? In a flower pot is surely a decor item, since it increases decor. Plays music for duplicants to dance to on their breaks. Increases morale. Hey, that sounds like fun. How much power are we talking? 1,000 watts? No, 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 no. They don't get anything that nice. Jake, you ever heard of Scarface? Yeah, I used to obsess over the film as a kid. Does that count? Or does that count? Alright, that should be a nice decor item. Hopefully it doesn't need watered or anything, but it likely would. But they need something to play around with here on their break. What's a fun thing to play with on a break? I don't need the massage table, that's a given. I do have a liquid reservoir. There were a few Scarface games. The better known ones, the PS2, Xbox, PC One, The World Is Yours, but there was also a Risk-style game developed for the PSP. It was pretty hard. And also pretty awful. Okay, what am I trying to look for here? I want them to have a fun thing to do in the break room, but my only option that I'm seeing so far is a Duke box, which I don't want because that's very expensive in terms of power. Recreational building. Does a water cooler count, though? Is that recreational? Effect, recreation. Sounds good to me. And hey, my drinkable water is right there, so sure they can have that. Lovely, this will be your break room. Also means I can get rid of this shower. And frankly, I should be getting rid of this, these lavatories here as well, because all the stuff is set up over here. It's all getting piped in here, though. I mean, I should get rid of them. They're not doing anybody any harm, though. But I should get rid of them. My worry is deconstructing these pipes and having this germy water spill all over the place. So perhaps what I could do is snippy snippy. And then, well, I mean, I could probably use them enough. Jake, do you have plumbing? I don't think I give anybody the plumbing ability. Where are we at for plumbing? Here we go, tidying, plumbing. Oh, McCaig's got a level up due. And I need some super hard digging. That's going to hurt your morale quite a bit. Well, too bad. Morale hasn't been a problem so far. There you go. Mess, hall, washroom, 2-shift break, barracks. Okay, so none of that's a temporary modifier. I wonder if I could just deconstruct these and then leave the pipes full of water and not care about them. That sounds pretty good. I should also deconstruct these pipes. There we go. Shouldn't be a big deal if I have water-filled pipes here. I can deal with them later. Ooh. Pointy Pitta says, I'm a video or two behind on YouTube. Pretty happy to see Jake seemingly in a much better mood than where I left you. Give that time. I am still deeply unhappy with this game. Alright, so hopefully these oxygen things... Oh, they are slaughtering that slime lung, because it dies in oxygen. I'm happy that these don't require power to work, though. Getting power up there would be a pain. Okay, hey, we dug up some Wheezewort then. If that's the case, and it is the case, then I think I want to set up my Wheezewort around here. What if... blocks liquid, doesn't absorb gas. I'm thinking the best way to put them in here. I might move that storage bin elsewhere and have Wheezewort here and here to cool these rooms down. Wouldn't be very centralized that way though, would it? I wonder if I can hang Wheezewort. If I could hang it from the ceiling and it cools the whole place, that would be nice for me. Where was that under? Hanging pot. Houses a single plant. There's nothing saying it wouldn't work. Maybe I should investigate the one I already built first, though. What are the major grievances with this game? Okay, well, I really don't like the fact that it wants you to learn by failing. I find that really quite asinine. But I think the biggest problem I've had with this game so far is that I'm just building systems for the sake of building systems, right? These dupes, I said this earlier, but they might as well be robots, right? I don't think they have any real character to them. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the art style for them. I find it quite cute and endearing the way they do everything, but they all do that, right? There's nothing really setting Kaladin apart from Bunny here, or from Aki, or from Runt Puppy. They all do everything. You can scrub their skills out, and the modifiers to them really just feel like slight buffs and debuffs to them. Here the traits and things. I feel much more attached to, say, my colonists in RimWorld than these soulless dupes. Maybe that's the point. They are dupes after all. So that means that I really feel like I'm building all these systems for the sake of building systems. I don't have some major threat to overcome. No attacks to face. I can't even feel like I'm pampering these freaks, because I got no attachment to them. So that means that all the effort that I'm going through to build all this has no payoff to me whatsoever. Maybe that'll change in time, but I mean, we're 59 cycles in and several hours, might even be a dozen hours into this, and I'm still thinking, ugh. Okay, something else. I cannot actually build the Wheezewort here. Improves decor. Improves decor. What's the difference though? You like chlorine and hydrogen. These other ones just like everything. Alright, well, let's give you a briar seed. So does this count as a... yeah, it does count as a recreation room now. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. How's the temperature in the colony? People keep harping on about temperature. Temperature's fine. Temperature continues to be fine. Granted, it has been going up. It's like 27 when it used to be 23 around here. But it's fine, especially when we have that Wheezewort. I'm sure it'll be okay. Alright, downtime o'clock. My biggest concern is that these things are gonna die a horrible death. I deconstruct you and probably set up another one of these things for seeds. Where, though, I don't know. Space is a bit of a... well, actually, I could put it over here. That's close enough to everything. There we go. Right, so about those Wheezeworts, how can I put them in here? What do they even need? Wheezewort, grown from wart seed, requires gas, phosphorite, and pretty much any temperature on a farm plot. Very well, you shall have your farm plot. Not to backseat, but now that you've stabilized somewhat, Oni is more about exploring outwards for new stuff and problems. No Randy is... I mean, why though? What's motivating me to explore out here? I'm not really feeling the need to do it. I don't feel the squeeze for resources. Maybe I would if I was playing in a harder place, but if it takes a harder difficulty to make you want to engage in the game, then that's a damn shame. But it's a long way for the dupes to go and mine stuff out, so it feels very cumbersome going and exploring. Doing anything away from the base feels cumbersome. I'm sure there's ways to build around that. Well, there must be, because you know there's a lot of place to explore here. But the game sure doesn't hold your hand with that. You gotta get off this disgusting rock. Well, that's what I have to do. I have to launch a rocket. So I want to head northward. Northward? Well, upward. I wonder how much of that can ever get done. I've come so close to packing this game in so many times, and yet we persevere. I think a game just shoves so many systems at you so quickly. It's gonna be great when you get your oh right, you're not set for disinfectant. Gonna be a great game when you come to terms with all of these systems and make them bend to your will, but getting there is such a drag. Such an immense drag. What I'm trying to say is I'm so close to hating this game. I'm not sure if I can quite bring myself to fully hate it, but we're getting there. Oh ho! Right, we actually did bring that polluted water down, but surprisingly, it didn't fall down as cleanly as last time. In fact, it hit on these things. Oh well, that's not a big bother. Somebody can go and clean that up. Also, somebody could kindly open this up for now. That'd be swell. Yeah, get to it. Oh, I missed pulling the plug on this as well. I wasn't aware when anyone was heading up there. This is polluted oxygen's being dealt with nicely. Right, that should improve your happiness quite a bit there, bunny. Well, I guess you haven't had the shower yet. Alright, now I can actually build exosuits. How do I use them? Why would I use them? Where would I use them? I don't know. So let's try and find out. Oh, we've got an exosuit overlay. People go over to exosuits and come out with them on. Goody goody. Why would we do any of that? Exosuit forge, exosuit eliminates the run speed loss while wearing exosuits. Well, at least we know that they make your run slower. The forge produces exosuits for them to wear. Duplicates will not fabricate unless recipes are queued. Costs a lot of power. The Atmos suit needs aluminium. The Atmos suit needs wait, what? It can be made out of a bunch of different things. Iron, copper, or well, I think copper is what we have. Reed's fiber, I'm not so sure I have any of that. Not so sure I know how to get any of that. Reed fiber. Thimble Reed, perhaps? They're producing describably soft reed fiber for clothing production. So I need some Thimble Reeds. Thimble Reeds. Yes. I have 2 Thimble Reed seeds, so I suppose I could grow them. My farm's a bit titchy though. So what is it telling me here? Build up my farm more? Possibly. Quite possibly. This heat's bleeding in here quite a bit. This heat though seems very benign. Hasn't heated this up at all, but maybe the fact that it's bleeding over here is what the problem could be. This tells me that I don't like people doing enough work if they can all run over here and get this done. I suppose part of it is not researching anything. How much do I need for rocketry? How much to just get off of this place? Right, maybe if I make my exosuit, I could make a little airlocked off area here and just tell people go up and up and up. So I can breach the surface and get off of here with my rocket. That would be nice. That would be great. How would I even cordon that off? I could make this the place that they have to go and suit up from, which would mean walling this off, which might be a bit unfortunate, but bear with me. Oh right, no, certainly don't want that there. Might want this to go up at some point, but putting you there couldn't hurt. Phew. I'm not going to get anything done if I don't have that forge. So what was that, a station? Station, exosuit forge. I'll link it up with my... Oh, how much did it cost to use? Because these wire systems ain't... Yeah, potential load is already 1700 there, and 1700 there. Awfully similar, but they're different setups. So I should probably branch it off of this transformer. Do. And hey, look, I've got a lovely area here that can be used for manufacturing. I could even call it my manufactory. So if I set up an exosuit forge around here, can I put it on top of doors? Huh, I can. Interesting. But I'm not sure I want to. Yeah, shove it over here for now. And get it powered. What would I want for that? Conductive wire bridge to bring it over most... Whoa, no, no. R is not rotate. O is otate. Let's see. Put it like so. There. Those horizontal doors are really something. I quite like the fact that they can be made horizontal. Imagine how stiff it would be if you couldn't. Alright, what you got for me? I'm not interested in more dupes, so I get a pinch of pepper seed. Sure. How about some skills? No. I still have that that bottle of brine right there. Oh, those deodorizers do not too shabby. Slime lung? What slime lung? God, it's gonna take forever and a day to dig up through this thing. Right, how do I put on these exosuits? Atmosuit checkpoint. Yeah, uh-oh. Okay. Does the same work in reverse? Also, how do I build one of these things? Or is it simply a checkpoint? Do I have to build the thing itself? Yeah, I probably need the Atmosuit dot. Marks a threshold. Alright, let's kill these off for now then. Atmosuit dock. Let's try with one here for now, although I have plenty of copper to do it. I don't get it. Do I need two docks next to each other? No, that blocks it if I try and do that. Marks a threshold where duplicants must change into or out of Atmosuits. Must be built next to an Atmosuit dock. Can be rotated before construction. So, if I want them to put on their Atmosuit going this way, I do that. Build it and see what happens. I'm not sure how you could say Factorio is one of the best automation games ever, Marsange. Does any game threaten its position as the best? Because if there is, I'm not seeing it. By the way, I want you to hold all my seeds. And I want you to very specifically have that wart seed. You too. I hope we keep that phosphorite nearby. Can't help but feel my ranching wasn't that great. But I do have a bunch of tamed ones now. Hey, the Draco is tamed. Does that mean I can shear it? Rango, follow, showcam, scale growth. Oh, Wheatley eats a lot of calories each day. Is it eating up my mealwoods? Doesn't seem cramped. The room will become overcrowded once all the nearby eggs hatch. We have eggs in here? Oh, hey, there's an egg. But seriously, it's cramped with this few critters in it? Everyone's complaining that it's cramped. Well, let's kill off the elderly. That should uncramp the place. Hopefully the other critters don't mind. How cramped is it now? Not at all. Goody goody. There's Satisfactory, but I don't think it's really threatening it. I never played Satisfactory. EGS exclusive is an easy way for me to go, yeah, no. Right, how long is this going to take to incubate? 3% per cycle. That's 30-something cycles. That's a lot. That's a heck of a lot. Do I even want these things? I feel like I've just wasted my time by setting this up. There was the Incubation Station. Under food, of course. But it eats 240 watts of power. And that's quite a lot of power. And just leave that egg. Always make an omelette. Not configured, no checkpoint, no power wire, no gas intake for oxygen. Okay, right, we got our work cut out for us here then. Fortunately though, I have a vent of oxygen here. So I can just ventilate this gas pipe. Oh, it doesn't get a lot of oxygen going up it now, does it? But now it'll get slightly more. Hopefully it doesn't need too much. How much power do you suck up? $120 watts isn't too shabby. Although it's a wee bit away from my power lines. What's the load on this? Yeah, it can handle it. I would just rather have another fresh bus coming up here in case I need to power anything else up here, but... Whilst I'm busy moaning about the game, this is one of them. Right, if you want to rejig something, like let's say I wanted to rejig all of my power setup, I can't just click to remove it and then build a new thing. I gotta set them to be removed and my dupes will very slowly go and destroy and then rebuild. It could take several cycles to do that. During the while, they don't get any less hungry, your base doesn't get any less warm. I get that experimentation and failure will teach you there, but during that you have the not fun experience of having your base degrade whilst you try to puzzle it out, and I don't like that at all. Must be people getting so tired of me whinging about this game the whole time, but I have a lot to whinge about in this game. I really, really don't like it. Up and up and up you go. What's the alternative, says Jagger? Well, in Factorio say, destroying a whole chunk of your base is a click away. Takes almost no time. There's no cost. Doesn't cost resources, then again this doesn't cost resources. But a time cost isn't really much of a cost in Factorio. Alright, sleepy time for some of you. Why have you got this red bar below you? health is fine. Ah, is it your morale? No, your morale is fine. Bladder, breath, stamina, everything seems fine about you, so I don't know what your problem is. If you're on Death World, time is a cost. That is true, but if you're just learning the game, you're probably not playing Death World. Oh Christ, you're eating the raw meat? Why would you do that? I should set this thing to barbecue forever. Nobody has the grilling skill. Oh, I'm sure they will eventually. Jake, your colony is still very young. It can work a lot faster in the late game, just like playing in Factorio without bots. Touche. This game's got a lot of people trying to defend it. Doesn't stop me from not liking it, but there you go. Okay, I wonder, does Bunny get tired because of McCaig sneezing through the night? Come on, McCaig, let out a sneeze so we can check that. Because we had Bunny complaining about lack of sleep one time before. Maybe McCaig sneezed right before going to bed and that woke Bunny up. I wonder if morale is overall improved with the thing I set up here. Hard to really tell though. Where's the thing about having a nice break room? Well, there's the showered bonus, but are people actually going for showers? Yeah, there we go. Bunny's putting it to use. Duh. Getting sneezed all over by McCaig when you're in the shower. That can't be a lot of fun for anyone. Right, come on, get me that rocket so we can get the hell out of here. If only there was some way to isolate duplicants into rooms when they sleep so they don't disturb each other. That's something I'd actually like to do. I was considering using this room to make some nice bedrooms, but now I've just gone and built up this exosuit forge. I want an Atmo suit. One should do for now. Yeah, you know what the hell, make two. Reed fiber is needed. 2 units out of 3. Yeah, so I need more of that. I need to figure out how to make more of that. But I did have the seeds for it, right? What was it that was used for it? I forget. Something I don't have a lot of, so probably a Thimble Reeds. Alright, Thimble Reed. What do you need? A Thimble Reed is a wetlands plant used in the production of high-quality fabrics, prized for their softness and breathability. Requirements: temperature is fine, atmosphere is fine. It specifically requires polluted water. Well, how about that? Hydroponic, liquid piping. So since we have disgusting water come through here, it's probably a decent option. You know what, I'm sick of this ranching, and I don't like anything that's going on here. I'm going to get rid of this room as a ranching room. Which probably means killing all of my critters. Is there a mass kill button? Good. Kill them all, replace this with some more plantation. And then deconstruct this nonsense. Oh, they do attack back. That's why Bunny's feeling the burn. So that is a health bar below them. How can I tell people not to eat meat? Consumables. Meat, yeah, nobody eats uncooked meat around here. Nobody should eat uncooked meal lice as well. But everything else should be fair game. Okay, looking at the piping. Good, all this nasty, nasty polluted water. Hopefully it's enough polluted water. How much do these briar seeds even need? Well, we can worry about that down the line. Food, hydroponics. Don't know how much of this stuff we'll need, but we'll grow some anyway. Oh, but I just leveled up Bunny to know how to ranch critters. That was a bit of a waste, but I'm not going to shove her back in the scrubber. That was a rough one for her. Good job, McCaig. You're getting better at machinery. The rock crusher is a bit disappointing because you only get half of the resources back. But I don't think I have the research to do better than that. Solid material. Metal refinery produces thing of thingers from metal ore. Significantly heats and outputs liquid. That sounds like anti-fun. I think I'll stick to this and have the less heat then. Well, the lower heat. Yeah, I reckon the heat seeping in from here is actually going to be something of a problem. But what I could do is pipe this cold air over here if I really wanted to. Piping super cool, piping the super cool oxygen? Yeah, piping the oxygen around here and putting it around the base as some kind of anti-radiator would probably work fine. I don't really want to though, sounds like a chore. As I said, sounds like building up a system for the sake of building up a system, because I don't care about these dupes. And I can't even fathom how one could care about these dupes. Right, oh, we have more wart, wait, hang on. Note, I thought I told you to build that wart seed. Maybe I'm not clicking the plant button, that's my problem. As for you guys though, I need that, what was it again? Thimble Reed thinger? Oh, right, we do not like mealwood. We anti-like mealwood. So let's uproot both of you. And then replace you with... Again, you select uproot, but you can't select the next plant you want. For a game that spent so long in early access, I'm surprised that there's such a lack of quality of life here. But... for all I know, the game was horrifically lacking in quality of life during development. I don't know, I hate early access, I never engage in it. How did the ranch go, says Butternut? Didn't enjoy it, so I destroyed it. Lack of fertilization, but it should be good now. There we go, loads of phosphorite. They eat a lot of phosphorite though, 4 kilos per cycle. And when it comes to phosphorite, I have 4 tons, so I can do 1,000 cycles for these things. That's only 250 cycles for 4. What's the seed chance on you guys? There was a seed chance for plants. Base seed harvest chance 10%. How about you? There's no such thing. Maybe there's a limited amount of wheezeworts. What do they do for the temperature? I hope they don't make things too cold. These bristle blossoms... bristle blossoms are good at -5. That should be okay. Early access is usually paying for the privilege to beta test an unfinished product. Factorio is no longer early access. Damn right it's not. Maybe the lack of quality of life features is precisely because of it. I think the lack of explaining the game is because of early access. When a game spends a lot of time in early access, there's an amount that just gets learned about the game by the people engaging in it, and I think that creates some complacency for the developers not to feel the need to explain their product. But that's also probably me being very biased and very bitter, because I don't like this game and I don't like early access. I'm not so sure anyone's getting a real recreation room bonus here. I sure hope they're not delivering diseased water to this water cooler. I don't know, if I just turn it off, is anyone going to mind? Well, I've still got a recreation room. Right, so how long are you going to take to grow? You're already 10%, so it looks like these things are doing great. 8 cycles. That's not enough, though. I need to get more Thimble Reeds. Where are the Thimble Reeds? Are you Thimble Reeds? Your balmy lilies and chlorines and morbs and balm lily? No. No, no, no. Perhaps the almanac will tell me something about the locations in which they grow. Wetlands plant, so look for wet land. How about salty wetland? Waterweed. What's that? Waterweed. Can't grow, it's too wet. Okay, sure. Clean water. Not as clean as advertised. Huh. Well, I'm left wondering where in the world I got my Thimble Reeds from. Maybe it came through the teleporter. There's sleet wheat up here, though. Oh well. If nothing else, get building up here. So if you have an area like this with polluted oxygen up there and oxygen down here, is it really not going to do you much good setting up a oxygen filtration thinger like you, a deodorizer? Because it's not really bringing in any of the polluted oxygen, because polluted oxygen floats above. So I feel like it's not actually going to do anything. You'd have to build it high up. Perhaps. I feel like this temperature situation is something that's gonna bite me in the rear end. The whole place is slowly, very slowly, getting warmer. And it's probably just gonna keep getting warmer. Now, I was reading guides that very much encouraged walling yourself in with absolite, but now absolite is not something that can be used on materials. I suppose I could put up like insulation stuff around here, but there's just no motivation in me to do that. None at all. Frankly, if these guys all cooked alive, it would be a blessing for me. Put an end to this. There is no warming. I can see the ice biome. Yeah, I've got the ice biome. And I am actually quite tempted to just suck up the actually freezing oxygen over here and just pipe it around the base for Yeah, for a discount cooler. What kind of ventilation bridges can I do that have the most thermal conductivity? Slow heating? Overheating? Thermally reactive? What material is this? Sedimentary rock is thermally reactive. Obsidian is also thermally reactive. He's dying to start over with new base design. Oh man, I have got a 2 keyboard input base design for this game. The first one is Alt. I'm sure you can guess what the second one is. I think Jake said yesterday he would like to start over, but he won't. Starting over would probably be a bit more comfortable, but it would be betraying this colony. I'd also have to go through all of this again. I think it'd be preferable from continuing this, but not by much. It'd be like mush bar over starvation. Alt print screen to show your beautiful colony to the world. Yes, Doctor. I'm glad somebody got it. You know, I've long been bothered by the lack of any kind of building setup here. This is great, right? Setup area to be mined out. People come, they mine it out, the materials fall. This is just, oh, if the game could be a lot more of that. And a lot less of balancing my electricity transformers to make sure load is okay, then we'd be onto a right winner. Down you go, Brute Queen. Know your place. You've been getting too cocky of late. And I think the game would be a lot more of this if I were better at it. I do have to accept the fact that I'm not very good at the game. In what way does this differ from managing belts or splitters or other nonsense like that? Nonsense? Oh no, I could never see managing my belts and splitters as nonsense. Right, getting this done is leaving people dangerously idle. I'm wondering if I wouldn't benefit from having a longer area here full of beds, but that puts it quite far away from the mess table. Maybe I made a boo-boo from by having you too far away. What I could do is have a little bedroom here and a little bedroom over here. We could all skip the pain and play some CK3. Yes, we could, but this Longplay has to conclude one way or another. I'd accept death of the colony. I'd accept finally launching that rocket. It'd be nice to wait, this is an unreachable build? How? Are people not going to go through here unless they have an exosuit? Well, I don't have an exosuit, but I do want to get this digging done. I think what turned me off of this at first is expectations, says Moraine. I expected something like RimWorld, but this is more logistical. I mean, I quite like a good logistical game, but yeah, as I said, my problem with this is that it's just building systems for the sake of building systems. I wonder if I could do this and then suddenly builds wouldn't be so unreachable. Anybody getting on that? Well, you're getting on something. Hey, we're getting there. 3 more and I could build a rocket. Oh, I was told I had to build a rocket. I was not told that it actually had to get into space. What if this is our rocket sail and I shall launch it right into the wall? Yeah, I do have the skill to dig through Absolite. Hopefully there's nothing too heavy going up. Drywall. Prevents gas and liquid loss in space. Builds an insulating back wall behind buildings. Insulating, eh? Alright, Warts, how are you handling the temperature around here? Ooh, perhaps even too good. These are great then. I certainly want more of you to keep my farm chilly at least. But there's not a ton of you. Maybe I could benefit from laddering down through more of this. And maybe just generally digging it out. Just tell me what's out there. Hi Jake, have you played Factorio? If not, I suggest... I have played so much Factorio. The game is brilliant. The game is perhaps even perfect. I certainly can't think of a flaw in Factorio. Feels nice having lots of metal ore this time. Eternal Ace says, I've got some family poll to catch up on. Yeah, I need to get that stuff onto YouTube, actually. I was really tired, so I went to bed before chopping anything up for YouTube, but then I stayed up way too late watching, or rather re-watching, the Nancy Drew talk show. Growth halted. Irrigation. Needs more holy moly, that needs a lot of polluted water. Well, I mean, there's some polluted water for you, but why is it all jammed up here? The comment in the spreadsheet says launch into space. Doesn't specify the rocket part. Let's not be like that, shall we? What's going on here? There's a package of polluted liquid. I don't want to go through. I don't know. I mean, this water flows right through, even though these ones are full of it. Is it because I have these set up? Is this some kind of weird pipe pressure problem? No, it should go through to there, no problem. Somebody flushed nappies down the toilet? What is this? Maybe the first plant is super thirsty. Well, what's up with this then? Why is this not going anywhere? Contains 10 kilos of polluted water. Do-do-do-do-do. What's with this terrible flow? Are the plants not using that water? Well, it should be. You've got your polluted water. You need your polluted water. It's all going up and along. What if I do this? Well, the hydroponics let plenty flow. These bristle blossoms, they drink 20 per cycle and they're fine. And it's starting to back up. It's really starting to back up. Easy now, it's almost rest time. Oh, what the hell? It's going this way! Ooh. Okay. Okay. And a bit more okay. Ah, what the hell? Yeah, these guys are going down here. There's not really a direction on them now, is there? How can I make my pipes one direction? There's one thing that does one direction, and that's you. I guess. Oh, jeez. It's that nightmare all over again. You're at your girlfriend's parents' place. You gotta use the bathroom, flush the toilet, water level starts rising. You get that knock on the door. Is everything okay in there? Yeah. And it's happening here. Okay, but we can fix this, hopefully. But it's nighttime, so no one wants to work. I do like these fireman poles. I like this. I like the efficiency they add. I like the speed at which they go down. They're just pretty cool. They're not jetpack cool, but they're pretty cool. Okay, guys, it's fun and all, but it's backing up. You just leave that liquid pipe full of polluted water. It's not doing anyone any harm. At least I don't think it emits any nasty gases. Right, that did not fix it. Okay. Perhaps the liquid pipe has to specifically be deconstructed. Sup, you're not bored of the game? I'm not bored of this game. At no point have I been bored with the game. I've been angry at the game, and I'm still angry with the game. I'm not bored with it. Boring would be something like that Rants game. Ah, there we go. Glorious flow. Ah, there we go. And all these crummy plants can enjoy their nasty polluted water. Interesting that the flow isn't really shown in any way. I mean, yeah, you see this, but that took my immense brain to figure out what was going on here. I would have thought everything would flow to the output, but I guess in a complex situation, who knows? At least I can copy this setting across all these now. Happily, we're safe in the knowledge. That won't bite me in the arse. Aki, what are you up to? Super hard digging, you say? Yeah, we only have 2 people that can do that. We need more people that can dig. I hope McCaig's not one of them. Ah, I begrudge McCaig being useful. Actually, I don't think this thing needs to be open at all. Or rather, needs to be shutting itself at all. Just wastes time. The plants count as outputs too, and they were closer. I see. Oh yeah, almost 44% of my time is spent running around, which can't be good. But it's still what happens. Alright, go, go, go. Couple more and we can launch a rocket right into a given space. I'm probably going to find out something like it needs, I don't know, unobtainium to truly build up. It's a staggering 28 degrees over here. Don't know how good a hydroponic farm is at insulating against temperature, but the temperature coming in from this has long bled out against us. Well, I mean, I could always move my food away from bristle blossoms to something else. I just don't know what. Oh, there's a thought. Bristle blossoms, right? If somebody could actually grill up, we could actually have grilled gristleberry, which is better to eat and more calories. I should make those forever and barbecue forever, and maybe get someone that can grill. Algae or a lot of muckroot? It's not a lot of muckroot, but who honestly wants algae? On you come. Also but out you come. Bring us that horrible food. Yeah, so when it comes to skills, who's even close to doing some cooking? Oh, right, anybody can. Ha! Nobody wants to. Some people can't, but I guess the next person who has a skill up and has plenty of morale to spare, like Genius Franco. Wait, astronomy? Oh man, what if you need astronomy to launch a rocket? No, surely we can just launch one blindly. Anyway, Franco would be a bad choice for a cook, because he's meant to be doing all the researching. You know what, for once let's set a priority. Franco, you should be researching. Oh wow, look at that, get straight to it. Franco says he can do everything. I'm really no longer a fan of all the agent-based building games, says Alpha. If the walking time to work becomes the main bottleneck, you have to cram everything so close together that it feels awful. And that was a huge perk in my eyes to that game I played a lot. Frostpunk, there we go. Whew. Maybe I need to play it again to have it fresher in my mind. In Frostpunk, it was kind of agent-based, but it didn't really matter where your colonists or where your civvies were. As long as they could go to work, they would work. Could you imagine what a nightmare Frostpunk would be if get a room. If you had to have your people at the workplace for them to work? Wouldn't be able to gather anything halfway across the map. That was a wonderful solution. The only thing the agents really mattered for was eating and building. And go figure, eating was one of the bigger annoyances. So yeah, I join you on the not a fan of agent-based stuff. Some games I think do it quite well. I actually thought Tropico handled it quite nicely. But it still just turned into a game of logistics rather than building your nice little banana republic. And I like my nice banana republic. Right, you know what? I want to actually see what happens if I build up my my air conditioning. So this thing has a load of 1748, so I got space for like 200 and something. And I'm pretty sure an oxygen absorbing thinger. Where is it? Be under ventilation. A gas pump requires 240. So if I just shove my gas pump somewhere deep in the coldness... How deep is too deep? I'm just going to shove a gas pump in here and then have a gas pipe come out. Why is it being built of obsidian by default? Probably the last one I clicked on, actually. You're not being built of obsidian, are you? No, you're being built of copper ore. Gas pipe. Slow heating. That sounds good. You had me at slow. This is fun. It reminds me of Lemmings. Okay, so we're going to have a gas pipe. Inade and outed, and then what's the thermally reactive sedimentary rocky things? I can't build a lot of them, sadly. Actually, that's probably already more of it that I can build. What else? Let's right, this obsidian stuff is thermally reactive, apparently. Swell. I mean, why don't I just let it out here? What if it's far too cold? You know, why don't I just do this to begin with? Oh, right, no. We'll just do this and see what happens. If everything freezes, that's going to be a problem, though. You made me wish this was a Frostpunk stream. No, I've done everything in Frostpunk. I constantly get asked, especially on YouTube, yo, when's the Frostpunk coming? What could you possibly want out of that? Like, what do you get out of the experience from watching yet another run of Frostpunk? Also, why do you go up there, do one bit of digging, and then sawed? It's probably because you need to go and get your building materials for doing this. So I wonder if I'd benefit from having a collection of sandstone right here so people don't have to keep going so far. It might make sense. It might not. Got a bit of a water problem here. Too much of it. I think water continually grows, though, in this cycle. So it's a good thing that water is used up on the hydroponics. And then again, maybe not enough of it's being used up. Well, that's why I gave myself plenty of space for the water. It's just that soon it's going to be full. Oh, I'm similarly done with Caesar 3. What is there left to do in Caesar 3? As in, really, what is there left to be done there? Right, you're still not happy. In fact, it feels like you've gone way... Oh, maybe I harvested some Thimble Reed, and maybe that means... Yay! I'm not sure if Runt could be said to be actually building this. Don't want to see the fruits of your labor. No, no, no. Let's build another one just in case. Okay, so the Atmo suit will probably be delivered to the Atmo place. And then people should be able to go and dig quite a bit more. Actually, I wonder if I could just have them dig upwards, rather than having to build the ladders all the time. Any plans to play Nebuchadnezzar? Yes. Yes, I do. Jinx, cycle 63 already. We've been here for a while. Although I'm sure this still qualifies as early game. What, we get Nebuchadnezzar, but we don't get Rise of the Middle Kingdom? I've played Rise of the Middle Kingdom. Didn't like it that much. It was close, but not close enough. Your pipe with the cold air doesn't connect with the bridge, but imagine that it did. Also, it doesn't have any cold air in it yet. Oh, that one's still made of it. Ah, it's probably not a problem if that one's made of obsidian as well. Allergic reaction. I swear, we are going to kill McCaig before this campaign is over. There's going to be a very important digging operation to be done in the sewage, McCaig, and you're the only one who can do it. Jake, you need a harder starting place. I don't know, starting with oxygen not included is hard enough on my psyche. Ah, this is quite nice. I like seeing this. They don't like seeing this though. Oh, that's going to be cold on the feet, going into like -20 or so with soggy, polluted feet. Garbage water. What do you think, Pharaoh or Zeus games? I don't think I played Zeus. I wasn't so fond on Pharaoh. The thing about these games is the walker system's actually a bit of a pain to play around with. They're actually probably not that good, but I have a lot of nostalgia for Caesar, and on top of that I really like the Roman setting. I really like that Roman setting. Right, where is that stuff at? It's a mineral. Raw mineral, sandstone. Bring me that, please, so we can build these sandstone ladders. The walker system has similar problems to agent-based systems as Alpha. I think if you can tell the walkers what to do, you cut out a lot of that problem. I don't mind if they have a range issue, just tell them where they go. A huge issue with Caesar is that it's not random, but it might as well be random. You set up, say, a library, and you expect it's going to go out in some kind of loop, but it doesn't quite make the loop, or it only goes in one direction for all 4 of its cycles. You can have a building adjacent to the library not get library access, and that's pretty rage-inducing. However, Nebuchadnezzar is going to have a system, or probably already has, I don't know, I haven't played it, but from what I've seen, has a system where you actually dictate where the walkers go, so I'm quite happy with that solution. Okay, I think there's plenty of sandstone here. How much sandstone does it take for one of these? 100 units of it. And if we have that many, that's quite a lot of them. Okay guys, I get it. We have the sandstone. Good to know. Have you tried out the Augustus mod for Caesar 3? It adds stuff like robots. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I haven't played it yet though. I worry that it might add too much to the game, but I haven't played it to make that kind of assessment. Alright, one of the problems that's going to grow is not having enough oxygen going up there, but surely... I wonder what that bar there is. Is that not enough oxygen or something? It's not configured. Is that because of this? Enable the building. Enable the building. Dock settings are not configured. Deliver a suit here then. Let's see what happens. Okay, good. This is backed up with oxygen. I see how it's working now. It'll back up in that direction. So maybe it splits 50-50 at a juncture. Maybe I could look at somewhere to check that. Ooh. It's like a splitter. Why then did this just back up instead of going... No, of course it backed up because of pressure issues. But it felt like these didn't go half and half. Maybe they did go half and half and I didn't watch it. Oh well, matters not though. It's all fixed, probably. Oh yeah, I've done Majesty, Nemesis. I love Majesty. It's a hard game, it's an unforgiving game. I hesitate to even say if it's good or bad, but it's Majesty. Right, you're gonna need power. That's a long way to bring power, especially my expensive conductive wire power. But you're gonna get it. 67, 607, 1,200. That's a lot of my good copper. That's not good. Maybe I'll mop this up so people can keep walking through that. I'm guessing it's melting because it's getting over here where it's no longer freezing. Melting point. -20. Right, you don't have that sedimentary rock or something, so I should cancel you and build a new one. Made out of something, I don't know. Take some obsidian, I guess, that's thermally reactive. It's going to be quite funny if it just freezes all my plants. Dare I even say very funny. Did you play Anno? Yeah, I played Anno 1800, did not enjoy it. I beat it though. Wish I could say the same about this game, but beating this might be a bridge too far. But just about everything I've ever streamed is on YouTube, so you can sate your curiosity there. Someone's getting a bit stressed. McCaig, what's wrong, man? I have somewhere you can go if you're feeling a bit too stressed. Anno 1602, yeah, Anno 1602 destroyed my microphone. I'm never playing that again. Why is there a copy giant amounts of... Oh, maybe I clicked on... Wait, no, what? What did I click on that showed the big power cables? I don't have a lot of those, and I don't think I clicked there. But maybe I did. So what's this power bar showing? Contains oxygen. Yeah, I know, I'm pumping oxygen. You have tons of oxygen, so... Yeah, maybe it'll be okay. But this is still considered unreachable. Right, because you're still awaiting on the delivery of this Atmos suit. I have to assign the Atmos suit to somebody? Well, who's our best digger? Tarkin is 10 on excavation. McCaig is 7 on excavation. Well done, Tarkin. You get the only suit around. So if I assign it to you, are you going to go and pick it up? No, that's McCaig. Oh yeah, I can't deny that, Sinom Muni. The cities did look beautiful. I did not feel that beauty in Pharaoh. Alright, Tarkin, you are a digger. Get digging. I like the verticality of this game quite a lot. I like that it's not very sideways. Oh, Crivens, that is slow stuff. You didn't have to put it on, man. Why did you put it on? Maybe because I signed it to him. Take that suit off. Okay, there we go. Now it's off. This has become unreachable because you need to put on a suit to get to it, but now that the suit is here, hey, it should no longer be unreachable. Somebody will go and get it done, and hopefully that someone is Tarkin. Yep, Tarkin's well on his way to it. What are you up to? Oh, why do I even have this? Why are we using a suit again? Is the air bad out there? Pretty bad. The hydrogen and polluted oxygen flows up here, and I just want people to be able to press their way up and up and up, and hey, maybe we'll find... Oh man, I do not know how far it goes up there. Probably very far. Intimidatingly far. But surely the materials get lighter and easier to dig through the further up we go, because that only makes sense. Does mean that I can also cancel one of these lines up. Oh. Done, bunny. Dang, this feels slow. This feels so slow. They do one bit, and then back they go to go and build something else. No, they're working on this still. Okay. One might ask how we got so far in without a tunnel. We just appeared with this printing pod. Guess the printing pod teleported its way in here. I don't know. I won't claim to know. At least there's no pausing for oxygen here. But since I have this, why even dig up here? I could just go through the hydrogen and that. How long's that brine been in front of your duplicator? Oh, many cycles. And it's still really cold, so brine must have some incredible thermal thingamajiggers. Are you full of oxygen yet? No, it's still empty. Ah, they're still building their way over here. Runt's not happy. Franco, you're saying, I'm so hoping that Nebuchadnezzar will be great. What's that name, though? They have to make it such a hard to say name. Alright, I'm relatively happy with how this suit is working, though. Seems like we can just stroll through without issue. Although it'd be a lot easier if I gave people the abilities to handle that. Oh, ooh, what's up here? Some kind of Pokemon. Does Bunny just not have the ability to carry much? Carrying capacity of 680, but she likes to go pick up a small amount, do a small amount, and go back and forth. Yeah, so she picked up 100 grand. So she only picked up enough to do one of these. She likes to go back and forth quite a bit. That's a shame. I think she's done. Let's see, new oxygen. Oh wow, you actually oxygenate pretty quickly. What? Okay, sure. Bring in a tiny amount of sandstone and call it a day. Ah, you'd need somebody to dig out that absolite, I suppose. I'm thinking it would actually be a lot faster just to dig up than to keep building these ladders. It's a lot more digging, but far less back and forthing. Gonna give that a go. Which means I'd really benefit from having 2 Atmos suits instead. So... if I... wait, could I just build another Atmos suit? Not copy settings, but copy building. Because surely that would apply to all the Atmos suit things behind it. How about that? And would you look at that, there's an Atmos suit waiting for us right here. Well, as long as my plants are nice and cool, the rest of the base is probably fine. Especially if I can pump this freakishly cold air over here. Oh, what do we got here? Some kind of locker. I can rummage through the locker. I guess I'll do that down the line. Yeah, this one at a time thing's a pain. I think I'll actually just cancel all of that and have the digging order be like so. Oh, that's a space right there. Right, I see no fault with this plan. Oh, look how much faster that is than going back and forth all the time. I would not be crawling up that. Things that's like guy that dies in Nutty Putty Cave right there. Right. Ooh, how's the load? There is not enough to run you as well. But that's assuming that everything is running on this. And we know that not to be true. I mean, for one, this thing never runs, so go on then. And also... Man, this game beats StarCraft 2, but I wonder if I'd be having an even worse time with StarCraft 2. Never played that, wouldn't know, but part of me feels a bit of relief in not having had that one selected. Alright, salty water, bring it on. Although there's a potential cook here. That'd be a great replacement for you-know-who. Nah, bring us that care package of yet more salty water. Oh no, one's brine, the other is salt water. I tell you the truth, I don't actually know the difference. Brine is a natural, highly concentrated solution of salt dissolved in water. Salt water is a natural, lightly concentrated solution of salt dissolved in water. Of course. Okay, look how much faster that was than making this ladder. Do the snake up there. Oh. What I should probably do is set this dig to have priority 6, so it's higher than most things. So I can still jump up there. Some of these are superfluous. You and you. And you, I think. And then continue the upwards mobility. We'll find our way out of this hellhole yet. We'll see where that gets us. McCaig's the heart and soul of this colony, the only one with a recognizable personality, says Anohito. Yeah, sneezing as their personality, but that's exactly the point. You know, it would be faster getting down if I gave them a slidey pole here, but it'd also be a pain to set up. But this is all priority 6, right? Yeah, so, oh, crimmins. Granted, it's a long way back to everything else. What was that? I saw wrong something something damage. Carbon dioxide. it's not a given that it's oxygen coming out here. There's still slight amounts of carbon dioxide in here.